What's going on, guys? It is Carly here bringing you another video that is going to be on the random book review series. Yes, still going along with that, and I read three small books here, and they are three of R.L. Stine's Fear Street books that I picked up probably like 2 years ago at this point at a Goodwill. Someone had clearly given away their entire Fear Street collection, and they were all in really good condition, so I just grabbed a bunch of them. And yeah, so I read three of them in recent time. They're super easy and fast to read, and I gotta say, I've been enjoying them. You know, they're more I guess teenage centric books than Goosebumps, where Goosebumps are more like for kids. These are for probably, I would say, younger teenagers and such, and then you have grown people like me reading them. But anyway, the ones I have here are, let's try to go in order here, I guess. The Boy Next Door, then we have The Perfect Dates, and Into the Dark. And like I said, these are relatively in order. It's kind of annoying. They don't number these or anything on the actual books, not that I've seen anyway, so I had to Google the order online, and it's basically, I think these are like 36, 38, and 40, somewhere around there. I know it's like the late 30s, and then I'm pretty sure Into the Dark is like number 40 or something like that. But anyway, the first one in the list is The Boy Next Door. This one is basically about, you got this girl and her sister, they live in this house, and there's also a best friend, of course, and this guy moves in next door, and all three of the girls think he's like really hot and just cool and mysterious and stuff like that, and they're all trying to date him, and then it turns out that he actually might not be what he seems, might have some sort of sinister past going on. I really enjoyed this one. One thing I do like about these books is they're not afraid to be a little more, you know, I guess graphic and such. There is like death and stuff written in this, as opposed to Goosebumps, where I feel like it's a little more lighthearted. This one is kind of more on the serious tone, and I enjoy that. Like I said, you do get like a death or two in this book, and you know, describes it in decent enough detail. I like the cover of this one. I really like these classic Fear Street covers. These books were written in like the early 90s, so it definitely shows on the covers, just very nostalgic looking, so I enjoyed that. But yeah, overall, the storyline was pretty good in this one. I'm pretty sure this is the one where, let me see here. I think one of the names on the back, it says Lauren and Crystal. I think this is the book, if I'm thinking of the right one. It's the wrong name. The name is actually Lynn in the book, but for some reason the synopsis on the back refers to her as Lauren, so I think it's kind of funny. There's like actually a mistake on this book, but anyway, pretty weird. But all in all, I thought this one was solid. After that, we have The Perfect Dates. This one is about a guy who, at the beginning of the book, he witnesses, or he's involved with pretty much this tragic accident with his girlfriend, where they're out sled riding, I think, or tubing or something in the middle of the woods during the winter, and the girlfriend winds up dead. Then it kind of skips ahead a year later. He has a new girlfriend and everything, and then this new mysterious girl named Raja comes around, and she goes to a different school. I forget where he meets her, but basically he ends up meeting her, and she's very kind of mysterious. Like, he's very attracted to her. He thinks she's really cute, and he wants to date her and kind of break up with his girlfriend. His other friend kind of thinks it's a bad idea, but he's like super just in love with this girl right off the bat. But she's just there's a lot of sketchy stuff going on, just based on where she lives and stuff like that. It seems like no one's ever heard of her and such. So yeah, that's kind of the story with this one. First of all, I don't really dig the cover of this one. I don't know, it's just very cheesy and not much to it, not very detailed or anything like that. I don't know, something about it just doesn't sit right with me. The story, the death at the beginning with his girlfriend is actually described in a pretty creepy, graphic type of way, and I thought that was solid and well done, and kind of just like made me cringe. Like it made it so you can visualize it pretty good in your head. So thought that was pretty good. Story itself I thought was a little bit annoying. Like this guy is just like obsessed with this girl, and she's clearly like, there's clearly something up with her, and he's just a stupid guy who is in love with her. So it's kind of gets to be a little irritating. I hate the name Raja. Like I think it was getting annoying to me just reading that name. I don't know. That's kind of a stupid complaint. And then by the end, the whole, you know, there's always like I don't want to say twist, but like these books are all thrillers, mystery thrillers, I guess, up until the end. And the reveal at the end I thought was a little bit silly and, you know, very unbelievable. Not that these books are overly believable to begin with, but this is the most unrealistic out of the ones that I've read so far. So yeah, all in all, I didn't really care for this one too much. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. Then lastly, we have Into the Dark. I just finished this one the other day, and this is essentially about a blind girl who meets this new guy named Brad. Her name is Paulette. She meets this guy Brad at school. He's new to the school, and she instantly kind of falls for him. She's really, you know, she's blind, but she's really attracted to his voice, and he's very respectful of her, and she doesn't like being treated like she has a disability, and he seems to understand that and seems to really just get her. So she kind of falls in love with him right away, and then as time kind of goes on, she has some encounters with him that seem a little bit off, and he's just kind of acting like a weirdo. And then she'll have other ones with him where he acts like nothing ever happened, and he doesn't know what she's talking about, and he's being completely nice and sweet again, and then stuff kind of escalates towards the end, and then there's like a twist at the end once again. I enjoyed this one quite a bit. So I like the concept of the girl being blind, and oddly enough, I just watched Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 3 today, and the girl in that movie's blind, and at the end there's like a scene that plays out similar to, you know, to give it away, I guess, the way this book kind of plays out at the end. So I thought that was kind of funny. I thought the twist, I kind of guessed what was going on right away. I don't find these books to be overly shocking or surprising usually. You can usually kind of guess what's going on once it gets closer to the end, but you know, that's okay. They're just kind of fun little young adult books. It's not a big deal, but I like the concept of her being blind, and it's another one where it's really annoying because she's like super into this guy and everything, and kind of ignoring all her friends, and that seems to be a common theme with these books where teenagers just instantly fall in love with each other, and then they don't care if the person might be a serial killer or not, and that's kind of that. So you got that going on, but at the end it kind of redeems itself. But overall, I probably like this one the most, and then The Boy Next Door, and then of course The Perfect Date. So yeah, these have been enjoyable to read. Right now I'm reading another R.L. Stine book, but it's not a Fear Street one. It's one of his like standalone thrillers, and it's called Call Waiting. So I'll probably just read that one, do a quick little review on what I think about that when I'm done, and then, I don't know, maybe read 3 more Fear Streets and kind of go like that, you know, kind of break it up a little bit. But anyway, guys, yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed this little talk. These have been fun to collect. I have a decent little collection going on at this point of just R.L. Stine books in general. I have, you know, some Goosebumps and such, and the other Ghosts of Fear Street books and whatnot, and they're just fun to pick up when I find them at Goodwill. So anyway, guys, thank you once again for joining me here for this video, and as always, I'll talk to you in the next one.